Led Zeppelin were an English rock band formed in London in 1968. With a heavy guitar-driven sound and drawing from influences including blues and folk music, Led Zeppelin are cited as a progenitor of hard rock and heavy metal. Among the best-selling music artists of all time, they influenced the music industry, particularly in the development of album-oriented rock and stadium rock. Led Zeppelin evolved from a previous band, the Yardbirds, and were originally named the New Yardbirds. They signed a deal with Atlantic Records that gave them considerable artistic freedom. Initially unpopular with critics, they achieved all but unmatched commercial success with 8 studio albums over 10 years. Their 1969 debut, Led Zeppelin, was a top 10 album in several countries and features such tracks as Good Times, Bad Times, Dazed and Confused, and Communication Breakdown. Led Zeppelin II, 1969, their first #1 album, includes Whole Lotta Love and Ramble On. In 1970, they released Led Zeppelin III, which opens with Immigrant Song. Their untitled 4th album, commonly known as Led Zeppelin IV, 1971, is one of the best-selling albums in history with 37 million copies sold. It includes Black Dog, Rock and Roll, and Stairway to Heaven, with the latter being among the most popular and influential works in rock. Houses of the Holy, 1973, includes The Song Remains the Same and The Rain Song. Physical Graffiti, 1975, a double album, features Trampled Underfoot and Kashmir. Page composed most of Led Zeppelin's music, while Plant wrote most of the lyrics. Jones occasionally contributed keyboard-focused parts, particularly on the band's final album. The latter half of their career saw a series of record-breaking tours that earned the group a reputation for excess and debauchery. Although they remained commercially and critically successful, their touring and output, which included Presence, 1976, and In Through the Outdoor, 1979, declined in the late 1970s. After Bonham's death in 1980, the group disbanded. The 3 surviving members have sporadically collaborated and participated in one-off concerts, including the 2007 Ahmet Ertegun tribute concert in London, with Bonham's son Jason Bonham on drums. Led Zeppelin have sold an estimated 200 to 300 million records worldwide. They achieved 8 consecutive UK #1 albums and 6 #1 albums on the US Billboard 200, with 5 of their albums certified diamond in the US by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. Rolling Stone described them as the heaviest band of all time, the biggest band of the 70s, and unquestionably one of the most enduring bands in rock history. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. The museum's biography states that they were as influential in the 1970s as the Beatles were in the 1960s. In 1966, London-based session guitarist Jimmy Page joined the blues-influenced rock band the Yardbirds to replace bassist Paul Samwell Smith. Page soon switched from bass to lead guitar, creating a dual lead guitar lineup with Jeff Beck. Following Beck's departure in October 1966, the Yardbirds became a 4-piece with Page as the sole guitarist. This new lineup recorded an album, Little Games, in 1967 before embarking on a tour of the United States, during which they performed several songs which would later be part of Led Zeppelin's early repertoire, including covers of Johnny Burnett's Train Kept A-Rollin' and Dazed and Confused, a song originally written and recorded by Jake Holmes. In early April 1968, the Yardbirds held a recording session at Columbia Studios in New